Hi, so I wanted to go over something that's a very important concept in physics and probably in other fields as well, which is vectors. So a vector is something that has, it's typically drawn as an arrow. It has the length of this line. That would be magnitude. So a vector has a magnitude. The vector also has a direction. So if we imagine, a coordinate system, and say that's a 2 and that's a 1, our vector, which we could call v1, is different from this vector, v2. Now it's possible that the length of this line could be the same length as this line. So we could have the magnitude of v1 equals the same as the magnitude of v2. But the direction is different. And it is important to note, the direction is inherent in the vector. It goes from one point on a coordinate system to another point. And there is information in that. The way that we would typically say solve for I should do a 5 there. I think it's a 5. Oh no, actually I think it's a 3. So the way that we would typically solve for this, if we have a vector that begins at the origin and goes to here. So if this is the y-axis and this is the x-axis, and this is our vector v, then what we have is v sub x, this is the x component, is 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 units. And it's important to note, these don't just have to be position, these can be anything. There's a lot of different things with vectors. So we have the directions 1, 2, 3. Our vy equals 3 units. The way that we solve for the magnitude, so the magnitude is that I just want this line here. We have 4 on the bottom, and we have 3 as height. So what we have is we have v sub y equals 3, v sub x equals 4, and we want to know what our magnitude of v is. A little vector hat on that guy. So we just use the Pythagorean theorem, and to do that, what we have is the square of vx plus the square of vy equals this magnitude squared. So this is why I wanted to do 4 and 3, because I think this works out, because I'm not particularly good at doing arithmetic in my head. So about 16 plus 9 equals 25, and then the square root of 25 equals 5. So that means the magnitude of v equals 5. So really the important concepts here is that a vector has a magnitude, the length of this is the magnitude, and it also has a direction.